What's up, YouTube? King Feeling here. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and be sure to drop a like on the video. Also subscribe. Today I'm going to give you guys the news that just dropped on NBA 2K24. I do go in depth and break down all the news that were released today. Okay, we also got a first look at the gameplay, official gameplay trailer. We're going to look at that really quick, but you want to make sure you stay tuned and watch this whole entire video, because I will be summing up all of the news that dropped today. I will be discussing the adrenaline boost. I will be discussing the shooting, the dribbling, defense, everything, man. So stay tuned, watch the video in its entirety, and you guys can learn some new information about 2K24 so you can be better prepared, man. Let's get into this gameplay first, and then I'm gonna go into all the news that dropped. Now, I can't lie, this gameplay is looking crispy. As you can see, it's powered by Pro Play. So basically, they taking, so no more really mocap. They're using Pro Play now, so they can take real live game situations and put it into the game and have the same exact animations, man, which is crazy. You about to see right here on the left, you will see the real game, and on the right is the gameplay for 24, and you can't really tell a difference, man. So that's what the whole Pro Play is. Gonna basically be mimicking the real gameplay, like the real life gameplay, and basically putting it into the video game. So I'm not even gonna lie, throughout this trailer I can't even really tell, like it's so good, the graphic is so good that you can't really even tell what's real and what's the game. You really got to be paying attention to see the difference between the real life and the game. So that's really good for 2K24, man, that the graphics is this good, and they're gonna have the Pro Play and all that. I think the Pro Play is gonna be very big in 2K24, so I'm liking all that. They got a lot of different like celebration animations in here. You can see that Jimmy Butler timeout and all that. So, and I think one thing I liked on here, the animation, the LeBron animation, where you put like the crown on his head. You about to see at the end of the trailer. But yeah, man, the trailer is looking good. I am hyped for 2K24, but it's big news, man. Big news drop. Stay on this video. I'm about to go into that. But right here, this animation right here, that's a clean animation, man. I will be having that animation if I can put it on my player when I'm playing in the park or the Ante-Up or wherever I'm at. I'll have that animation on. But let's get into the other news that dropped today. Here we go. Guys, we got a lot of very important 2K24 news that dropped today, man. I'm going to go over one of the biggest things right here, adrenaline boost, how adrenaline boost will work in 2K24, because it is different from 2K23. You know, in 2K23, you will lose adrenaline boost when you will basically do a dribble move and try to attack the basket. But in 2K24, they have changed this, guys. It says right here that adrenaline boost no longer lost when pulling off dribble combos or moving short distances, giving the elite ball handler much more freedom to create off the bounce. This means that you can sit there and basically spam dribble combos however many you want, like how long you want to spam. Basically, all the dribble heads are going to love this right here, that they can sit there and spam for 22 seconds and then attack the basket and try to score. But here's the catch. Although you can sit there and spam dribble combos and chain together moves, you can do that on offense and not lose adrenaline boost. But however, it says right here, your boost will disappear every time an on ball defender can bump the ball handler on a drive attempt. The cost of losing adrenaline is different this year as well, instead of dramatic. Okay, so basically, how you lose adrenaline boost in 2K24 is when the ball handler, basically when the lockdown or the defender bump you, when you try to go to the rim, you basically lose the adrenaline boost that way. So that's how they're going to do it in 2K24. So basically, if I'm the lockdown and you try to go to the right and attack the basket, I bump you. You try to go to the left and attack the basket, I bump you. Now you only got one more attempt to try to get by me to the basket, if that makes sense, guys. So that's how they're going to try to do it. And in a way, I like that, because I'm one of those people that can play great defense. So I'm okay if you can sit there and spam your dribble moves. But when it's time for you to attack, if I'm on you and I bump you, yeah, you should lose your adrenaline boost. So you only got to bump them 3 times, guys. 3 times in one possession, and they're done. They have to pass the ball, man. This is very important. one more key important thing to mention about the adrenaline boost in 2K24 is, you know how in 23 when you would lose your adrenaline boost, basically your player would kind of slow down, like when you're handling the ball. Well, they saying in 2K24, when you lose your adrenaline boost, your shooting attributes drop. So they saying, okay, you can sit there and do all that dribbling and all that you want to do, spamming combos, but if that lockdown is playing great defense on you, like he bump you again, you're not going to be able to shoot that ball. They're saying basically your shooting attributes going to drop drastically when you lose your adrenaline boost. So when you ain't got no adrenaline boost in 2K24, hey, it's kind of over, man. It's kind of like you missing that shot or you got to pass the ball. I really like that about 2K24. Overall, I think the adrenaline boost is a W because you basically letting the ball handlers, they can dribble as long as they want and keep all the adrenaline they got. But when they trying to attack the basket and you bump them, they lose it. So I kind of like that. That's good how they doing the adrenaline boost for 2K24. Now, off the adrenaline boost, because we talked about adrenaline boost for a lot because it is very important for 2K24. But right here at the bottom, if you read, it's a off-ball offense. Also support speed burst by tapping the sprint trigger. Okay, this will give players a huge burst of speed to find open shots on the floor for spot up shots and easy runs and dunks and layup. Now, what I'm getting from that right there is dexing. Okay, we can be able to dex on our stretches again. That's what I'm getting from that. You know, I'm making a stretch. God, you know I gotta have me one, especially if they bring in dexing back, because this all this is. They're saying all ball offense supports speed burst, and you know that's all a dex is. It's basically a speed burst without the ball. So I like this right here, that you can dex basically without the ball. You'll be able to. So we gotta see how it's gonna play out off the inbound, because y'all remember, I think it was 19 and 20, how you could just dex all day long on your stretch from the inbound and get somebody stuck. If they bring that back, it is over, man. It's over. I was like a dex god. I mastered that throughout the years, man. So yeah, that's very important right here, that off-ball offense with the speed burst. So if they saying we can dex in the game, which it looks like right here, that is a W as well, man. Now the next big news we need to talk about for 2K24 is the takeover. The takeover is so insane for 2K24, guys. Listen to this, man. The takeover is so crucial in 2K24. Basically, you know how in 2K23 you had to choose your takeover when you were making your build? Not anymore, not for 2K24. It says basically when you fill up a takeover meter, you can pull up a menu that lets you choose between all the takeovers. And you can activate one of those, right? And it will boost your rating like in the game. So basically, if we playing the game, right, and I see that, okay, we need some shooting, I can activate a shooting takeover. I can pull a menu down and activate a shooting takeover, okay, for that game. Let's say if I'm playing the next game and I feel like, okay, well, they stopping me from shooting on the 3-point line. I need something to help me basically finish in the paint. So I can pull the menu down and activate my finishing takeover. That is so crucial. You basically can activate a takeover within the game. Because read right here, it says you can pull up a menu that lets you choose between the takeovers, right? Activating one of these categories will boost all your rating in that specific category. So you know, if you activate a finishing badge, it basically going. So if you got an 80 finishing for your attribute, probably that finishing probably gonna give you +5 or +10 to your drive and dunk and all that, to your finishing. So it's saying that basically it will boost all your rating in that specific category. So now you will have the flexibility to evaluate what's happening on the court to see what your team needs before deciding how you want to take over. And basically it says right here, if you delay the takeover and basically wait on the second takeover, it will basically you'll be in double takeover like we was in 2K23, which allows you to select 2 different categories. Okay, so all it's saying right here is you can still have double takeover like I have in 2K23. Right here you see I got the shooting one and I got the rim protector one. You can still do that on 2K24. But then it says right here, finally, when you unlock Mamba Mentality, activating double takeover will boost all your attributes, all your attribute categories, making you a true beat on both ends of the floor. Okay, so the takeover gonna be very crucial, guys. It's gonna be very crucial because now you can activate takeover on the fly, depending on how the game is going in 2K24. If you feel like, okay, well, this dude is playing great defense when I go to the paint, you're like, okay, well, I need to activate a shooting takeover. And if you feel like somebody playing great defense, like if he really playing great defense on you like that, then you might feel like, okay, I need to activate a playmaking takeover against this dude to get him up off me. Like, this is so crazy, man. This is huge news right here, man. Let me make sure I'm explaining this takeover a little bit better. So basically, if somebody playing great defense on you in the paint, right, it depends on how your mindset is. You might feel like, oh, I need to activate a finishing badge. I mean a finishing takeover to help me finish on him in the paint. Or you can be like, well, I don't really want to finish on him in the paint because he's playing good D, so I'm going to activate another takeover like shooting. So that'll help me shoot better. So it just depends on how your mindset is. If somebody playing great defense on me in the paint, maybe I will activate finishing to help me finish on them. Or maybe I would try to like shoot a 3-ball. So maybe I feel like I want to activate shooting takeover. So it just depends on how your mindset is and how the game is going. So one thing I need to basically mention right here about the Mamba mentality. It says when you unlock the Mamba mentality and you activate double takeover, it said it will basically boost all of your attribute categories, making you a true beats on both ends of the floor. So it basically look like if you get Mamba mentality and let's say your takeovers is shooting and finishing, and you activate that with Mamba mentality, it's saying that basically it gonna all of your attribute categories are gonna get a boost. So that's everything, all your attribute. So basically, just to clear this up, so you can have 2 takeovers. So let's say you got shooting and finishing. So yeah, if you choose shooting, it gonna boost your shooting, like your 3-point, your mid range, right? If you choose the finishing, it gonna boost your finishing, right? Like your drive and dunk and all that. But it's saying if you have Mamba mentality, how I'm reading this, it's saying if you have Mamba mentality and you wait and you activate double takeover, it's saying that all your attributes will be boosted. That's how I'm reading it, man. So we really gonna have to wait till the game come out and see how important this Mamba mentality is. Because as of right now, as this reads, Mamba mentality is looking very OP, very overpowered. You need Mamba mentality. Mamba mentality is basically gonna boost all of your attribute categories. You need Mamba mentality for 2K24. It's very important. So right here, you know you need Mamba mentality. So Mamba mentality is gonna be like the thing to get in 2K24. Now let's move on to talk about shooting for 2K24. Basically, they said for shooting in 2K24, the biggest news they came out with is they're gonna have shot time and visual cue. So basically, they saying we're gonna let you guys choose your own cue. So you can have a cue from the jump, the set point, or your shot release. So you can have 3 different cues when you make your jump shot. Basically, if you cannot shoot on 2K24, maybe you just not comp. Because you telling me you giving me a shot time and visual cue. Now I can choose when I create my jump shot. Do I want my cue to be when I jump, release it? When it's at the set point, release it? Or when it's just a shot release it? Like, you can choose that yourself on when your cue is for your jump shot. So if you have trouble shooting in 2K24, it might just be you. You might have to check yourself and just admit that you're not good at the game, because they let you know right here. We're going to give you guys 3 different ways that you can have a visual cue: off the jump, off the set point, or off the shot release. And they also said right here, if you play like my team, you'll have a more forgiving shot timer, so you won't have to memorize every single player release. So you basically have, like, I guess the same type of release for everybody that catch the ball, like have the same set, like the set point to release it. So if you playing my team and you playing with different players, you can have LeBron shot at this set point for the release, and then you can have Kyrie Irving at this set point right here for the release. So the same set point on all of the people. That's pretty fire, man. I mean, that's pretty cool. Now let's get into the defense for 2K24. 2K have finally answered prayers for defense. and 2K24, man. They say right here, defensive movement has improved on many fronts with better responsiveness and less sliding. So basically, if you sliding on 2K24, you just not a good lock. Let's face it, they're telling you right here they just have improved on all fronts. So you're going to be able to respond better, and they're going to be less sliding. So this is going to help the defender get where they need to be, okay? With much improved body up system, ball handlers will have a tough time getting free against great defenders. So that let you know right here, 2K24, lockdowns are back, defense is overpowered. If a great defender step on that court, a great lockdown, and got defense like Kawhi Leonard, is a wrap. Is over. You're not scoring. You might as well pass the ball to somebody else. You might as well call for some screens, because ISO, you're not doing it, buddy. You're not getting past a great lockdown on 2K24. It's not going to happen for you. And they already said when you're trying to attack the basket against a great lockdown and he bump you, you lose a adrenaline bar, adrenaline boost, and then he bump you again, you lose another one. And then when you don't got no adrenaline boost on 2K24, it takes down your shooting attributes. So basically, you all messed up if a great defender step on that court. They also say right here that the big defensive anchors will have a much easier time putting a body on the shooters at the rim. So they basically have fixed paint defense. If you go up in the paint now and somebody put a contact, like make contact with you, you're going to miss the shot, man. That's all we've been asking for 2K23. If I got a body on him in the paint, why is he still flying by me and making a dunk or making a layup? So the prayers have been answered for 2K24 defensively. The defense is going to be back, man. The paint defense is going to be great. The perimeter defense is going to be great. This is going to be a great game. 2K24 is looking like a W, man. Now, they let you know right here that the layup timing is back. And if you have a slasher doing floaters, reverses, and euros, and hot steps and scoops and all that, basically going to be OP. So if you got a slasher, layup timing, and you master layup timing, that's going to be very great for you, very beneficial. Now, for the dunking on 2K24, it looked pretty similar to 2K23, except for say you can now force controllable rim hangs off any two-hand dunk. So basically, you can hang on a rim off any two-hand dunk if you just keep the sprint trigger held. So that's the biggest thing for dunking. I mean, other than that, we still got the dunk meter and all of that. You still pull down for the flashy dunk. So the dunking is pretty similar, except for you can do the forcible rim hangs, honestly, from what I'm seeing. Now, as far as the paint play in 2K24, post scores are back to being overpowered. You can see it right here. Post players gonna be able to post fade and hop shot and all that, gonna be very effective. Okay, post scores are back. I don't know what to say about that. I hate post scores, but people that enjoy playing with the post score, hey, you got something to look forward to in 2K24. You can make a post score and have a successful year, man. But one thing to note right here in this paint play, it says strength and weight can definitely be felt in the paint, as high-rated glass cleaner easily grab the board over smaller player and finish those easy second chance points. And it also says you can branch out of the offensive rebound to a putback attempt by simply pressing the shoot button. So as soon as you grab the rebound, you can just put it right back up, man. So I think you could do that before, but one key thing to take away, they said strength and weight will matter in 2K24. So you might want to think about that when you're making your build. All right, so when it comes to the dribbling, the biggest thing to take away right here is they added something new called the blowout dribble. And you'll tap the sprint trigger while moving, will give you a quick burst of speed where the ball handler pushes the ball ahead to get out quickly in transition, all right? In the front court, the same mechanic can be used to quick change of pace to quickly blow by unsuspecting defenders. Okay, so that blowout dribble could be something if somebody playing bad defense, or they're just not really paying attention, or you want to do that to catch them off guard. As you change in your dribble moves, you can throw the ball like ahead of you, like to get to that spot quickly. So that blowout dribble move might be something used heavily in 2K24. So, and the other thing that said, you got two versions of dribbling. You got the regular breakdown, and then you got the aggressive breakdown. All you gotta do is flick up on the right analog stick with the sprint button being held to do the aggressive breakdown. So, hey, so the dribbling look like it might be nice in 2K24. One thing I forgot to mention about the defense is the directional steals are also coming back. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's basically getting a steal with the analog. So you basically see what hand the dribbler got the ball in. And if you flick your right analog stick towards that hand, so if you got it in the right hand, you flick your analog towards that side, it'll basically get that steal with the analog. So basically directional steal is another way to get steal instead of just pressing square. So it basically for the elite lockdowns to use. So people that really pay attention to the ball handlers will be using the directional steals to try to get those steals, man. So yep, that's gonna be something. They also say right here that the directional steals can also be used inside the passing lane. So somebody throw a pass to the right side of the court and you flick your right analog stick to the right, that's also an easy way to get basically that pass stolen. So Lockdown is going to be having a lot of fun in 2K24.